Hello, everybody. Mr. Deadman with the Dead Man Stone podcast. Let's talk real hauntings. Let's talk about some real ghost stories. This, is in Houston, Texas, the Houston Zoo, of all places. Here's the guy. His name is Hans Nagel. Hans Nagel began his zoo career in Houston, June of 1922. He trained the big cats. He would demonstrate how to put them in check and all that. You can find all the pictures of him taming the cats and using chair, whip, big pole, and all that stuff, putting the cats to the paces, and people loved him. He was a star among zoo visitors for many years, but apparently not everybody was proud or was fond of his showboating, and he died. He didn't just die. He was shot by police. Look at that. Police brutality even back then. In 1941, HPD officers shot and killed this guy. He was just in the Hermann Park. He was just in the park walking around. And Nagel had a confrontation with an officer and he resisted arrest. So then he was shot. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, that's fucked up, right? And if you don't believe me, you can find news clippings of this. I mean, I'm getting this from ABC 13. You can find other articles on it. So it did actually happen. Now, in fact, let's go into some details from that event. According to one of the dispositions, Hans steps back and reaches down for his sidearm. Oh, so he does reach for his weapon. He never gets it out of his holster. Warren pulls his service revolver and empties his weapon into Hans Nagel. He shoots him 6 times. Done. Hans falls over. He's dead at the scene. Now, I don't know what happened here. I mean, I don't know why it escalated like that. I mean, he's at Hermann Park going for a stroll, and the HPD officers stop him. Maybe he had one of the big cats with him. Maybe he had a leopard with him. It was walking it like a dog or something. I don't know. I mean, it's 1941. I couldn't really imagine what you could be stopped and frisked for just strolling in a park. I mean, damn. Anyway, years later, the zoo grows and expands. All right? Now, when they expand, there is a commissary building. The commissary building stands, the word stands, it's where Nagel fell, okay? And in this building at times, according to various claims, you can find it in news articles, you can find it all over the internet. Some weird things happen, some weird experiences, okay? I mean, it's kind of your typical stuff like loud noises, some banging, like pots and pans, and no one else is in there, just one person, and they'll hear banging, like someone trying to just put pans together, like someone just opened the pan drawer and they all just spilled out on the floor. Like, why? What is that? How do you explain that? How do you explain that? And then how about this? If the lights are all out, right? Lights are all out. And this one lady reported that the lights were out and she was there. It was just her. When she looked there by herself, she happened to look and there was a guy leaning against the doorway looking at her. And then when she turned away and looked back, the guy was gone. I mean, what is that? Is it just a figment of her imagination? Is that just a coincidence? What is that? What's going on there? I mean, could it be that it is the spirit of Hans? Could it be? Or is this people just going crazy? I don't know. The coincidence is uncanny for me, you know. They even say there's a physical presence at times. One lady says, I was here cleaning dishes, cooking, cleaning, doing what I normally do. And I didn't hear anybody come in, but I just felt a slight, tender touch on my shoulder. And when I turned around, there was no one there. What is that? Hey, look, even for you skeptics, you know that there are times when you feel that tingling touch going up your body. What is that? How do you explain that? You know, you can just be like, oh, that's just nerves. Or that's... Okay, you're right, it's nerves, but why? What are your nerves reacting to? A change in temperature? Just a gush of air? I mean, what? What is it reacting to? Think about that. When you combine that, the sound, the pots and pans, and the guy being seen and disappearing. And this feeling is shared, by the way. It's shared by the people who work there. And then other bizarre things just flat out missing. Like, let's say on the feed pallets. Okay, so this one person's talking about a strange occurrence regarding feed pallets. Feed comes on pallets. It's usually 50 bags on a pallet. So we use forklift to get underneath the pallet so we don't break any bags. And the next morning, when we come to look in the cooler, the pallet was missing. The pallet and the 50 bags were gone. How does that happen? How does that happen? Unless someone did it overnight. But there's cameras. I mean, it's not like they don't have security. They have a way to check for this. I don't know. What do you think? Think it's the ghost? No, I don't have many images of this. I don't have many pictures. I don't have many video. I just have claims. I just have stories. And people like to dismiss people's stories because it sounds weird and something they're not comfortable with. Okay. Well, just because you're not comfortable with it doesn't mean it's not true, you know? There's all sorts of things happening right now that you're probably uncomfortable with that are very true. Very true. So let me ask you this. What do you think? Do you think the Houston Zoo is actually haunted? Do you think there's some legitimacy to this story? Have you experienced this? Let me know in the comments section. Anyway, if you made it this far, press that like button, share it to someone else, and let me know in the comments section what do you think of this. Y'all take it easy.